Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. What we've got here is the recently revealed 2026 Nissan Altima, a midsize sedan that's setting out to strike a balance between everyday usability, comfort, modern tech and value. I'm going to walk you through what it offers, some of the standout features, performance, pricing, and who this car really makes sense for. Let's dive in. First up, price. Official numbers are still a bit fuzzy for the 2026 model, but based on what we know, the Altima is expected to start in the $27,000 USD range and go up toward perhaps $37,000 USD or more depending on trim and options. So you're looking at something competitive in the midsize sedan segment. Now, performance and power. The 2026 Altima carries forward a standard 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine producing around 188 horsepower and 180 pound-feet of torque, or the metric equivalent, in the non-turbo versions. There are reports of an available VC turbo engine in some markets that bumps output higher, for example around 248 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque in certain trims. Transmission is a continuously variable transmission (CVT) paired with either front-wheel drive or available all-wheel drive. Fuel economy is pretty decent. One mention is an EPA estimate of up to 28 mpg city, 39 mpg highway in one configuration. So, good enough for daily driving, commuting and family use. Design and interior-wise, the Altima hasn't had a radical overhaul, but the 2026 model is reported to have some refreshed styling cues depending on region and more modern features. Inside the cabin you'll find a 5-passenger layout, with more comfort and better materials in higher trims. Standard features across the range include smartphone integration, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a decent infotainment screen, and a strong safety package. For example, every model reportedly gets the Nissan Safety Shield 360 suite, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, etc. Higher trims bring things like leather upholstery, heated seats, steering wheel, premium audio, sunroof, larger display screens and perhaps semi-autonomous driving aids. What this means in real life: if you're commuting, handling errands, maybe doing the family grocery run, the Altima offers a strong package. The drive is comfortable and refined, not necessarily ultra-sporty unless you go for the turbo trims, but sufficient. Interior space is generous and the trunk is large enough for a sedan in this class. One review notes the trunk at about 15.4 cubic feet in one market. Because of its size and comfort, this could be a solid choice for a daily driver sedan. Let's talk about trim levels and choices. While full official differentiation is still being finalized for 2026, expected trims based on previous model years include S-Base, SV, SR, Sportier, SL, Luxury, and possibly a performance-oriented senior VC turbo version. The base S gives you a good setup for the money. If you step up to SV or higher you get better tech, nicer materials and features that make the vehicle feel more premium. My recommendation: if budget allows, skipping the absolute base and going one level up often gives much better value for the money. Now, pros and cons. On the plus side, the Altima remains very good value. For the pricing, you're getting a midsize sedan with strong safety tech, available AWD, which is unusual for sedans in this class, a comfortable ride, solid fuel economy and good everyday usability. On the minus side, some reviewers point out that build quality and interior trim finishes don't always match the very best in the class. For example, gaps or panel alignment may not be as tight as rivals. Also, because the model has not radically changed, some competitors feel more modern or sporty. There is also uncertainty in some markets about whether Nissan will continue this generation past 2026. So future resale value, long-term parts availability might be considerations depending on region. Who is this car for? If you're someone looking for a reliable, comfortable sedan that doesn't scream ultra-luxury or super sport but gives you a good blend of features, comfort, technology and value, the 2026 Altima is very solid. Great for daily commuting, family use, city and highway driving alike. If you're someone who demands the very top in performance or luxury materials, you might look at higher-end rivals, but for the budget-conscious who still want modern tech and safety, this fits nicely. If I were advising, Go for the 2026 Altima SV or SR trim unless your budget forces you to take the base S, because the extra features you'd get are meaningful. Check whether you need all-wheel drive. If you live in colder, snowier regions, it's a strong plus because the AWD version costs more. Inspect build quality if you can't panel fit, materials, especially if this is going to be your long-term car. And negotiate on price and incentives, especially since sedans are more price-sensitive nowadays. Sub-trend means sedans often have good deals. Also consider how it stacks up against alternatives like the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, or Kia K5 in your region. As we wrap up, the 2026 Nissan Altima enters the market priced from around $27,000 USD and up, offers a capable 2.5-liter engine with around 188 horsepower, available all-wheel drive, modern infotainment and safety tech, and remains a strong value proposition in the midsize sedan class. It may not lead the pack in every single metric, but for many buyers it hits the right balance of features, comfort and price. If you like this overview, hit the like button, subscribe for more car reviews and deep dives, and drop a comment. What would you use this car for? Commuting, family trips, something else? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.